Hey guys, so this is my 2 terabyte SanDisk Extreme Portable SSD, and this thing is pretty fast. It's fast. It's small. It's rugged. Apparently, it's even somewhat water resistant. I forget what the rating was on that. It's actually plugged into my MacBook Pro right now, transferring data as I speak. So yeah, this is pretty much the best angle I could come up with at the moment. Let me actually see if I can shift the camera over. There we go. There's a slightly better angle, but yeah, this is basically it. Not much to see on the back of it. It's basically the same, but no logo. Any case, so this is the slightly newer generation. This is the speed is 1050 megs a second, as opposed to the slightly older generation of this was 550. So on Amazon, you actually have the option to pick the older generation or the newer generation. Get this one because it's basically double the speed. This is really fast as far as I can tell. Now, I haven't done actual benchmarks, but as far as I can tell, this is about as fast as the SSD inside my MacBook Pro. This was actually a replacement for I have this other 2 terabyte external drive from Western Digital. This is a mechanical drive, so this one was a whole lot slower. So I can copy a multiple gig file off of this one or onto this one in seconds rather than minutes with this. So a whole lot faster. Now, to be fair, I don't really need this to edit videos. It's actually doable editing videos on this mechanical drive. Now, I haven't used this very much, but I've edited maybe a couple videos on this and it was okay most of the time. But so it's not like you have to go out and buy this. This is significantly cheaper than buying this SSD, but this is also significantly slower. If you want something that just transfers loads of video really fast, this thing right here. So I bought this because it can it's small, portable, rugged. You don't have to worry about mechanical platters being broken or any. There's less chance of it being damaged if it's handled roughly. You can quickly throw it in your pocket or backpack or whatever. And it's fast. If you have to transfer tons of data really quickly, it's really convenient, no waiting around. So that's nice. This is also USB-C, using USB 3.2 generation 2. So yeah, nice external solid state drive. I should read off the model number, just so this gets picked up in search, but it's basically SDSSDE61 2T00G2S. Or G25 rather. Anyway, so I formatted this with APFS because I'm now you might want to go with exFAT if you wanted to share this between a Mac and Windows, or your Mac and a Linux-based PC, or if you're switching it between Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. If you're doing anything that's cross-platform, probably exFAT is the file system to go with. If you're going to be using pure Linux, you might want to think about like ZFS or extension 4. If you're doing Windows NTFS. Now, if you know you're only using a single platform, I'm using Mac OS, so I formatted this with APFS. So I made the choice to go with that. I think that's the best thing because I'm only using this as extra storage for my MacBook Pro. I did not opt to, I went with the lowest storage on my MacBook Pro, which was almost a mistake because it fills up quickly. Even though I offload things to my NAS, it still fills up really quickly. So I actually, that got to be pretty annoying, having to constantly move files off. And ever since I bought this, that's a non-issue. I still have to have it plugged in. It's a little bit more convenient than that mechanical drive, that Western Digital I showed you. That one's a little bit of a pain if you wanted to carry your laptop to the couch and have this drive plugged in. Drive's still a bit of a pain if you wanted to carry this around places. So it's still kind of better to have local storage built into your laptop. But if it's sitting in one place, it's no problem either way. This is slightly better if you wanted to move your laptop around with something plugged into it. That said, what else could I tell you about this? So APFS is this just keeps running out of storage. Now it's a non-issue. Basically, all of my video editing, all my videos go on this guy, and then I export them to my NAS when I'm done. But I just keep tons of videos on here, and I don't have to worry about my MacBook Pro's hard drive constantly filling up, because it fills up with other things besides the videos I'm working on too. That said, yeah, I went with APFS because I only intend to use this drive with my MacBook Pro and nothing else. If you do want to use it with something else, APFS is probably not the best choice to go with. If you keep watching this video, I'm going to show you how, I'm going to do a demo of how I transfer videos and large files over to this drive, and I'm also going to show you how I'm going to show you how I formatted the drive with APFS and some nice things like that. It's probably going to be slightly more boring than watching me talk about this, or maybe not. You might want to see that kind of stuff. But yeah, I love this drive and I'm glad I bought it. It's not strictly necessary. I probably could have made do with this Western Digital, but that's fine. I mean, I can use the Western Digital for other things at the same time now, so I'm still making use of it. Yeah, I believe I have the Western Digital formatted with exFAT because I'm sharing that between systems, but this guy's pure Apple. What else could I tell you about this that you might want to know? Yeah, don't forget to make sure you're getting the newer version. You want your 1050 megs a second rather than your 550 megs a second. Now, I bought this actually, right now it's October of 2021, and I bought this back in August. So just to give you an idea of when this is, so if you watch this video like 5 years from now, this is probably not the drive to get. You might want to get a more updated version that's probably a whole lot faster. Now, and that said, I think that's all I wanted to say in this part of the video. Let's cut on over to the other part of the video where we actually talk about, where I actually show you, I'm going to do my screen capture right now. So cutting over right now. All right, so here's my actual drive. Comes with these files on it by default. So I'm going to open up the disk tool. So here we go, and we can see my drive down there. So let's take a quick look at it. And we can see it has exFAT on it by default. Now, I was almost thinking of keeping exFAT on it, but I decided I don't want to, this is going to only be for use on Apple equipment, basically only for this is solely for my MacBook Pro, for Final Cut Pro. That's almost, it's 99% for Final Cut Pro, but it's only going to be used on my MacBook Pro, maybe on other Apple devices. It's all for Apple. Otherwise, I would have gone with exFAT. But yeah, I'm using APFS, case sensitive, because that just feels right. I know that it can cause problems with certain things, but none of the software that I'm using. So case sensitive APFS, that's what I'm sticking with. And it's been working well so far. So yeah, you have to tell it not to use it for Time Machine backups unless that's something you want. And that was pretty much it. This is our brand new formatted drive. All right, so one of the first things I did with this was just to copy all my data over from my my older hard drive to the newer one. After that, I wanted to do a quick speed comparison between the old drive and the newer drive. So you see here, I'm copying a file to the new drive. I'm going to show you how long that takes. And I'm just going to let it copy here at the same speed it actually did. So I'm going to go through the whole copy. If you want to skip this part, skip further ahead, but I'm not going to artificially speed this up because I want to kind of give a fair comparison. So I want people to be able to tell actually how slow this old drive is compared to the new drive. So I'm just going to leave this to play at the normal speed, so you can watch the file actually transfer. And yeah, if you do want to skip this part, just skip ahead, or maybe skip ahead to the end of the transfer to see how long it took. But I'm just going to leave it to play like this. So that's the old drive on the left there, that Finder window, and the new drive is the one up on the right here. So I'm going to copy the same file to each. And you see how this is just taking forever with the old drive, right? But I'm going to copy this same file to the new drive in just a sec, and it's going to go really fast. And almost there. There we go. All right, so let's take this same file
Just drag it on up. And it's not instantaneous, but look at that. Look how fast that's moving. So yeah, so hopefully this gives you a full appreciation for how much faster the drive is. That is pretty significant. All right, so here I'm going to unmount the old drive and switch screens here, or switch desktops. Now this is Final Cut Pro, and you notice this red banner with the yellow exclamation mark showing us that all our media is missing because we moved it between drives. So that's a problem, and it'd be a huge pain to go through and update all this and point it to the new locations and swap the media in, especially when I have projects already set up and edited. So that would be pretty crazy, and that would be terrible, basically. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to link the old drive to the new drive. So Final Cut Pro expects to see the old drive in a certain location. So we're gonna create a link to the new drive using the name of the old drive. You'll see what I'll show you in just a sec. I'm just gonna move my terminal around here and make it a little bit bigger so you can see the text a little bit better on the video. Move it up here, and let's see. All right, so we're in var root. We're going to switch to volumes. Now we're going to check the disk usage. And let's see here. So we see Extreme SSD is our new drive. Now we're going to create a link to that new drive, but we're going to call the link, or I copied it here from before off camera, but we want to create a link to it using the name of the old drive. So Final Cut Pro believes our old drive is still there. So we create a link called Elements pointing to the new Extreme SSD. So now see that link there, Elements pointing to Extreme SSD. So it looks like our Elements drive is still, our Western Digital Elements drive looks like it's still there. And look, now all our images and all our media in Final Cut Pro is now showing up. So now Final Cut Pro automatically just recognized it, and it looks like to Final Cut Pro, it looks like the drive is back. So problem solved. That's a really quick, neat solution to that problem. So anyways, so yeah, if you want to pick this drive up, I would recommend it if it's anytime even near 2021 or even into 2022. I would still recommend this drive. It's nice and fast, durable, really convenient. I'm incredibly happy with it, so I would recommend it myself. If you want to know where you can buy it, you can pick it up on Amazon or potentially other places. Just check the links in the description. I'll probably have an Amazon link and maybe a link to another location. It's going to be an affiliate link, but yeah, check the link in the description. I may at some point do a write-up on this, so I might have a link to my website also, so check for that too. So hopefully you found this useful, or at least interesting. If nothing else, you might want to give me a thumbs up. You might want to hit that subscribe button also, and hit the little bell icon. Otherwise, YouTube's probably not going to let you know when we come out with a new video. We do have a lot of great stuff coming up, and we've actually, if you want to check our list of videos, we've already put out a lot of pretty interesting things, some more interesting than others. We cover a lot of great stuff: coding, servers, hardware, software, 3D printing, electronics, single board computers, robots, networking, all sorts of great tech related stuff that you're not going to want to miss. So if you want your YouTube feed to be that much more interesting, you're going to want to hit that subscribe button. But more important than any of that stuff, you're going to want to leave a comment down below, especially if you know something that I don't know. Definitely let me know, not just for me, but for the next person who comes along and watches this video and reads the comments. Leave a comment for them also. Any comments, questions, criticisms, whatever you want to say, I probably want to hear it. So do leave a comment down below. And that's pretty much it for today. So as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.